In this question, it says that Carly has a punch bowl that can hold 4.75 quarts of liquid. The ladle she uses to pour the punch into the glasses holds 1.5 cups of liquid. Carly decides that this ladle is the perfect amount to put in each glass. What is the maximum amount of glasses Carly will be able to fill using this ladle if she has filled her punch bowl to capacity? One of the first things that we notice here is we have 4.75 quarts, and then our ladle holds 1.5 cups. Those are not the same unit. So the first thing I'm going to do to start this problem is get them to be in the same unit. And I'm going to start with the 4.75 quarts, just because the beginning of the sentence started with that. Truly, I could actually start with 1.5 cups of liquid and change it to quarts and still get the same final answer. But I'm going this route here. So I have 4.75 quarts. I'm going to put it over 1 because that's what we're starting with. Now, remember the idea of a fraction. If we multiply a fraction times 1, it's still the same product. For example, I'll do that to the side here. If I had the number 3 and I multiply it by 5 over 5, well, what is 5 over 5? 5 over 5 is equal to 1, so 3 times 1 is still 3. So this is the idea of multiplying it by an identity number of 1. So these 5s, 5 over 5, they're equivalent numbers. Well, we're going to kind of do the same thing here to get rid of my quarts and move it towards cups. So if you notice here, my quarts are on the top, kind of like the first 5. Now, where can I put the quarts in terms of my fraction to get it to cancel or to become 1? Well, there it would have to be on the bottom of the other fraction in the denominator. So if I have quarts in the numerator, now I need to put the quarts in the denominator. Now, I can go from quarts to pints. I remember that conversion because in 1 quart, there are 2 pints. Now, what I'm going to do is cancel out the quarts. And right now, my final unit's in pints. Well, I don't need pints, I need cups, so I got to keep going. So we're going to multiply it by another fraction that is equivalent to 1. Same idea as over here. So that pints, it's in the numerator. I've got to get it to the denominator so that it's like pints over pints. One's in the numerator, one's in the denominator, so they're equal to 1. So I can go from pints to cups. So here again, I know that in 1 pint, there are 2 cups. That cancels out my pints, and now I finally in the unit that matches the ladle, which is 1.5 cups. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply straight across here. So when you multiply straight across, that means we're going to do it for both the numerator and the denominator. So in this case, I'm going to do 4.75 times 2 times 2, which would give me 19 cups, don't forget your unit on the top, over 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. And obviously anything divided by 1 is whatever that number is. So in this case, 19 cups. So this is how much her punch bowl can hold. So I'm going to mark that. That's her punch bowl. Now let's look at the rest of this problem here. It says the ladle she uses to pour this punch, so 19 cups of punch, into the glasses holds 1.5 cups of liquid, and she decides this is the perfect amount to put in a single glass. So in 1 glass, she's putting 1.5 cups. So what we're trying to figure out is how many of these glasses she will be able to fill, but we want to make sure she fills it completely, so using the 1.5 cups of liquid. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to start with that 19 cups in our punch bowl, so we're putting it over 1. That's what we're going to start with. And what do we want to get rid of here? Well, remember that cups is on the top, so we've got to move it, so it's going to go into the denominator. Now, what can we go from cups to in this problem? Well, her ladle she uses to pour into the glasses is 1.5 cups of liquid. So we have 1.5 cups is equal to 1 glass that she's going to fill because she thinks this is the perfect amount. That's my conversion unit right there. I can go from cups to a glass, and in 1.5 cups, I can have 1 glass. Now let's cancel out those cups, and I have the exact unit that I want. So what I need to do is 19 times 1, which is 19 glasses, over 1 times 1.5. There's no unit on the bottom. And then obviously the last step I want to do is divide. Well, when I divide this, I'm going to get 12.6 repeating, 12.6 glasses. Now think about this. She wants to make sure every glass is filled the correct amount. So how many total glasses has she filled? She's actually only filled 12 completely. She didn't actually get that 13th glass. We can't round up because she really has not finished filling that completely. So our answer in this problem is going to be she has filled 12 glasses completely.